Number 2, avoid going to your partner's place. What are you going to do?
Unaweza rudia hiyo alafu hiyo part mzum.
What is the real instance of that? Unaenda kumoshia nguo. Kwani ulifungua laundry services?
Onjula's Laundry and Cleaning Company.
Unaenda kumpikia. Kwani wewe ni caterer siku hizi? Why are you giving your boyfriend? Why are you giving your boyfriend husband privileges and they are not yet your husband? It should be so clear. We cannot. Why should you ask me to pay for you rent? I'm just a comrade like you.
Like you? Tuko tu mahasla kama wewe.
What your father has not done for you, stop demanding your boyfriend to do for you. It should be as clear as that. Before you want to get into a relationship, how healthy are you?
How healthy is your heart?
How healthy is your heart, your
mind,
your soul, your spirit, everything around you?
Hey.
How healthy are you?
Before you go damaging someone's son or daughter.
That will solve many things that we are seeing today.
According to you, what does a God-centered relationship look like?
God-centered relationship?
Yes.
God is basically at the center and he's the foundation. Because I normally say marriages don't end wrongly.
No.
Relationships don't end wrongly. They begin wrongly. Foundation is the issue.
Hey, yo.
If you build
they
your relationship
wrongly.
Yes, with that statement of saying I heard from God, to some extent it has really been imetumiwa vibaya.
Oh, yes. Someone
Because
has said it.
How do you say God by the way lead kwako and you're my wife, then after some months you say again, by the way,
Si wewe.
sio wewe. Was God confused?
If you are the other gender, would you marry yourself?
Yes, would you marry yourself?
Would you be a good wife? Would you be Praise the Lord. This is yet another episode that I bring you good stuff. You know me. I bring you good. You know me. I bring you good stuff. And I have an amazing guest today that we will talk about very soon. Before we do that, please make sure you subscribe, like, share, hit that notification bell so that anytime we post content, you will be one of our people to get notified. My name is host Onjula Praise Kamakawa. I always bring in the energies, and I promised you that my guests, in fact, you guys will have to pay me. Because how am I bringing to you very, very nice guests? Anyway, the man I am introducing to you today, this is a man that has walked with me. I want to bring to you people that I don't know. A man that has walked with me, a man that has believed in my vision. And you know what we are talking about today? Dating and marriage. Please, wake a seatbelt because it's about to get bumpy in here. Wake a seatbelt. So we just dive into the video. Make sure you learn, make sure you subscribe, share, and with everyone so that we are able to learn together. And straight to it. Pastor Korir. Hey, mumisha jua ni nani. Please introduce yourself. Hapa leo ni leo.
Wow, it's good to be here today.
Thank
My
you
name
so
is Pst.Kevin Korir.
Yes.
I am married to one wife who is a female.
One wife who is a female.
So let's go to specify that. And we are blessed with one son.
Wow.
Othniel Korir. My wife is Mimo, Pastor Mimo Korir.
Yes.
Yeah, and I'm a pastor
Yes.
at City Light Center Church Rongai, a leadership coach, a mentor.
Yes.
Those are just a few things that I do.
Just a few things. Did you get that? Yes. But see, you know, I knew you. I knew you back, when was it? Is it 2022?
Yeah.
Around 2022, nilikuwa nimekusikia. You are a mentor to one of my friends.
Wow, okay.
And they kept saying, Pastor Korir, anaombaga, akihubiri man. So in my mind, I'm like, mnasifu jamaaje, kwani what's up? And then I met you when I came to City Lighters Kikuyu.
Yes.
The first time I came to minister there, I met you then, I was like, and you are leading prayers. It was the morning service. And I was, see, everything I was told. I was like, everything I was told.
Yeah.
Percy,
Yeah.
welcome to the show.
It's
Thank
a
you so
blessing
much
to be
for
here.
accepting our invite
Yeah.
and even being here.
Yeah.
And today we're actually talking about something that is, people don't really take it that serious, but I want us to talk about it and put across, bring your heart out, put
Yes.
across every point that the Lord has put inside of you about dating and marriage.
Yes.
My first question,
Yeah.
how long have you been married?
This year we are turning 3 years.
3 years.
3 years in June.
Yes.
We are turning 3 years.
Yes.
Yeah, and we thank God. The journey
Yes.
has been good.
It has been good.
Yeah.
When did you meet your wife? How did you meet your wife? Let's get into it.
Okay, so how I met my wife.
Yes.
Now, by then I was in another relationship.
Chukua maji. Kunywa maji.
I was in another relationship by then.
Yes.
So, but in that relationship, there were just a few things that were not going right.
Yes.
I don't want to disclose everything.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
like there were things that were not just going right. So it happened by then that the person I was dating,
Yes.
they were doing prayers with another pastor
Okay.
whom we were in the same church.
Yes.
So they were, on Fridays, they would come to their place, so and then we would go pray together because our pastor alikuwa na girlfriend yake.
Yes.
Now mimi na mtu wa.
Na wako hapo. Hey.
So we would pray. And it happened that now my wife
Yes.
was also in the midst of that prayers and
Yes.
another lady.
Okay.
So I remember nilikuwa nimepitia, ilikuwa noma ile mbaya. So in the midst of that,
Yes.
my wife alikuwa amelai chini anaomba. So mimi ndani yangu nikasema Mungu.
Kama
nipatie
huyu.
bibi ka huyu.
Yes.
So it happened that things never went as I expected and I ended that relationship. It had just to end.
It had to.
And it wasn't easy, it was painful, but I had to end it. So in the midst of that, now we are talking with this girl.
Yes.
And then now my wife.
Yes.
And one time I just decided to open my heart, of course, after some time of healing.
Yes.
And I just tell her, by the way, nimekupenda, and I would love us to get married. I was as straight as that. It was not beating around the bush.
No.
I wasn't ready to waste time.
You are not ready to waste
I wasn't
time.
ready to waste time. I think after now we began with my wife, working together and all that.
Yes.
We didn't take actually more than 6. I had known her a few months earlier.
Yeah.
But I think now when we came together now and said, by the way, we are deciding we are walking this journey, within a year we had begun planning.
What
and
do you mean,
We
Percy?
wedded,
Aya.
and that was it.
Aya.
Yes.
Wait. You know, Percy, you are challenging me right now because out here, our generation believe you have to know someone for 4 years, 3 years, 2 years, so that you establish whatever we want to establish. Hata mi sijui ni gani.
Yeah.
So that you actually know they're the one. And you within 1 year, you're saying you're already planning the wedding.
Yes. Don't say that
Hey,
I prayed for 10 hours and then an angel appeared to me. There are instances like that
Yes,
to other
they are.
people.
We can't
But for me,
deny.
God didn't appear to me in a
God
dream.
just placed a desire inside of
A
you.
desire inside me. And of course, there is that inner peace.
Yes.
And I knew by then this was the one. And I think maybe to just, as we are going on with that
Yes.
question, I think most of the time, before you ask the who, know the why.
Okay.
Many of us, they don't know the why they are getting into, but yet they want the who.
The who. Oh, it's getting hot in here. We are just getting started. We are just. What?
Before you ask who you should marry, know why are you.
Why?
The why is so important.
Oh.
Because for me personally, as I was looking for a partner, to me it was not more of a love, of a feeling thing. It was more of a purpose thing.
Purpose thing.
Because love is basically a magnet of attraction, but purpose is what I call a magnet of retention. Love attracts you together.
But you need something
Purpose.
to retain it. Purpose.
Destiny is so key. So are we working together towards destiny? Is this thing purpose? So
Two cannot work together
yes,
unless...
unless they agree. So before I ask who I should get married to, why are we?
I think we can end the show there because that has said almost everything.
Yeah.
Why, not
The
who?
why is so important before the who. Because the reason why so many people are trying and at breaking many people, they didn't know why they were getting into.
Yeah.
Because
They
the
get
why
into
now shows you who should fit into the why. Before knowing the why, you will try many who's. So you will get this girl.
The who answer is in the why.
Yes, the who is in the why. Before you know the why, don't ask for the who. Because the why is what will make you not to try the many who's. Because you already know the exact who.
Yes.
When you know the why.
So the why actually makes you know what you are looking for, what you're
Yes,
finding.
What you're finding.
So that when you actually meet, you know this is it.
You know, and you know, beyond doubt. You know this is it.
No, we are starting at a very high rate. But see, that is very challenging.
Yeah.
That many people just look for who. Who do I want?
Who do I want?
Who do I feel like is?
Yes.
But they don't ask, why do I want?
Why do I want?
Why do I want? And that is why you find someone 3 months down the line, they realize we are not, hatuko line moja.
Yeah, because if the why was clear, that why will keep even when storms come.
You look back, mmekosana, and you look back and you're like, why did I? And
The
God
why will
reminds
keep
you.
you. Yes. Purpose is key. Me, when I met my wife, I had known the why. So I knew who was coming into. I knew my wife was the one. Beyond doubt.
Come on.
Yeah.
You know, Pasi, you have said,
Yeah.
knowing the why. And my big question is, the why brings you together even when things are tough.
Yes.
It reminds you.
It reminds
What
you.
surprises you most about marriage and dating?
I think there are the many myths that are in it.
Yes.
Like, I remember when we were planning now to get into marriage, I think there's this statement people say, marriage is hard. The first 1 year is going to be tough.
Pasi, let me tell you something honestly.
Yeah.
Sisi, wacha niwaongelele. Bwana asifiwe. Wacha niwaongelele. Honestly, with everything that people talk about marriage is hard, most of us sit down and are like, most of the reason why people don't really want to get married in this generation is because of the myths, the tough information we have been fed, the marriages that we are seeing on social media that were looking very nice and now they're not working out, and we are like, excuse me, I want to wait a little bit longer because mambo ndo tunakimbilia is actually not the it.
Yes. So I think that was one of the things.
Yes.
And I think one of the confessions we made so clear with my wife from the onset was ours is going to be different. It's now 3 years almost. It's not that challenges have not been there.
Yes.
But what you confess is very key. You see, in Proverbs 18:21, it talks that the power of life and death is in the tongue. So that which you are speaking shapes the world you will live in. So I think that confession really was so key for us that we used to say ours is going to be different. It's not that challenges have not been there, but we're almost standing 3 years. It's been amazing.
It's been amazing. We see. Me, I honestly follow you and Mam Korir. I'm like, hey. You two hold each other down.
Yes.
Mam Korir holds meetings.
Yes.
And you're always there.
There.
You do meetings.
Yeah.
I see videos on TikTok. Mam Korir is the one leading intercessory in church.
Yeah.
And I'm like, if your relationship is like, if you don't see me, you will see my wife. And if you don't see my wife, you will see me. Pasi, you are a pastor.
Yeah.
did you meet Mom Korir after you officially became a pastor, or did you meet Mom Korir when you know already what you want? Ulikuwa unajua kuna wito ndani yako. How was it for her? You know, I had her the other time akisema yeye alikuwa anatakaga kuolewa na pastor. Akisema yeye it was in her wildest dreams. Hakuwa itaka kuolewa na pastor.
So when we came together, my call was clear.
Okay.
I knew who I was, what my call and my purpose in life was. I knew my area of assignment.
Yes.
I knew basically I'd been called for the young people.
Okay, absolutely.
That was so clear to me.
Yes.
Because I had done it basically for almost close to 7-8 years. 7.
Where, Pasi?
Yes, I've been, I think now actively, this should be my 11th year preaching. Actively preaching. 11 years now. So by the time she's coming, my call was so clear.
Yeah.
And that's why it was so easy for me to know who I want.
Yes.
And luckily, she also had a passion for young people. So that was it.
Look at that.
Bam, and...
Pasi, you're a pastor now.
Yes.
On Sundays.
Yeah.
Have you ever disagreed with your wife on a Sunday morning? And you're going to preach. Wewe ndio una handle first service, second service.
Yeah.
Na asubuhi, you all just disagreed.
Yeah, disagreements come.
Yes.
More so even on a Saturday night.
Eh.
You're supposed to wake up on a Sunday morning to go and
Fresh.
preach. And the enemy just pops up something that when you look behind,
you're like, okay,
it was
tulikuwa
not
tunakosania
even,
nini?
by the way. But I think one of the things that really helps me and has really helped us is the aspect of maturity.
Pasi, you're saying if you get an immature partner,
dangerous. It can be so dramatic.
Immature in all ways, spiritual,
mental, everything. Because the aspect of maturity tells you that even if something has popped up, this thing has found us.
It has found us.
That is what stands out for us.
Oh my God.
We are not the issue. My wife is not the issue. I'm not the issue. The problem is the issue.
The issue is the issue.
The issue is the issue.
What?
So I think that has helped us so much to solve it. And at times, it may not be solved then.
Yes.
But you cool down. At times, maybe your partner, maybe something has happened, amekasirika. At times, wisdom and maturity tells you to just keep quiet at times.
And let it cool off a bit.
Cool off, go do the business. At times, your partner will come and tell you, by the way, that thing I did yesterday was not right. Why? Because in the moment of heat up and everything, if you're not careful, you can blow up and things can be messy.
Yes, you can.
So I think that aspect of maturity.
Pasi, you're mentioning something.
Yeah.
Maturity. And you have mentioned sometimes when you're upset, you just need space to cool down.
To cool down, yeah.
And when you're talking about space, time to cool down, that means your own space. Your own space, that means you unajiita mkutano.
Yeah.
Unajiambia, okay, this has happened. And Pasi, that one, someone who knows how to handle their own space is someone who knows how to control their emotions. Mental state,
everything.
Please, talk about that. People who do not know their space, they are not comfortable in their own space. Ndio maana, if you all disagree, they want to sort it there and then, no matter how heated the situation is.
Yes.
Can you talk about that?
I think one of the things that really should be so clear, and that we should understand, the aspect of before you got this person, how healthy were you?
Looking for a good partner.
Yes.
Are you a good partner?
Are you a good partner? How healthy were you mentally? How healthy were you? Because if you are not, a bleeding partner will bleed on the other partner automatically.
And now the other partner starts becoming a doctor. Nani mechanic.
Yes.
Now they start closing wounds. Nani mechanic.
Yes. Because how healthy were you? It's important that, do you love yourself first? Do you treat yourself well? Do you take yourself out? Do you buy yourself something? Never demand what you've never done for yourself.
Is there an exit in this room? What you have not done for yourself.
Never demand it from your partner. So I think many of the things that we are facing in marriage, in relationships today,
yes.
people are not healthy from the onset. They didn't know how to handle themselves when they were alone.
People did not finish healing.
Yes, they did not know how to handle. Because if you don't know how to handle yourself
My
mentally,
God.
even when things come up at your workplace, when dealing with your friends and all that, that really is so key.
Oh my
So my answer
God.
to that would be, you need to check how healthy are you first. Before you want to get into a relationship, how healthy are you?
How healthy is your heart?
How healthy is your heart,
Your mind,
your soul,
your spirit.
everything around you?
Hey.
How healthy are you?
Before you go damaging someone's son or daughter.
That will solve many things that we are seeing today. Because if you don't know how to control temper when you're at a personal level with your siblings and all that, that thing will be magnified.
What?
When you get into marriage. If you've not dealt with certain wounds, certain past things that happened, when marriage comes, I assure you 100%, it will amplify.
It will amplify. It amplifies.
Yes. Because marriage does not close that hole in your heart. You have to heal.
You have to heal.
Mentally, all that, all around. You have to be holistically well.
So, Pasi, you mean when we have two broken people come together?
Yes.
That is a disaster.
That's a disaster. It is a collapsing that is going to be
And
very
if
bad.
we have one who has healed and one who is broken, still
That's
a
also
disaster.
another issue. Yes.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
People, we need to work on ourselves.
On yourself.
Work
Before you
on
need that
ourselves.
partner, are you that partner you are looking for in your other partner?
If you are the other gender, would you marry yourself?
Yes, would you marry yourself?
Would you be a good wife? Would you be a
Yes.
good husband?
Yeah.
You know, Pasi, these are tough conversations that people don't want to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
People want to talk about dating and marriage is all bliss, dates, nice pictures, holding hands, looking cute together. It is a lot more.
It is a lot more.
Pasi, according to you,
Yeah.
what does a God-centered relationship look like?
God-centered relationship.
Yes.
God is basically at the center, and He's the foundation. Because I normally say marriages don't end wrongly.
No.
Relationships don't end wrongly. They begin wrongly. Foundation is the issue.
Hey, yo.
If you build
They
your
begin
relationship,
wrongly.
yes. If you build your relationship on feelings
what?
and moods will sway.
Yo.
It will fall. Foundation is key. So when we are talking about a God-centered relationship, is like when we draw a triangle, God is at the top.
At the top.
You're the man and the woman. All of you should be gravitating to me towards God.
Oh, I can see it.
Yes. Not towards one another. If this is right, this one will be right. Foundation is key. So when you're talking about a God-centered, it means He is the foundation.
He is everything.
He is everything. He is the center. So if a woman has not submitted to God, you can never expect them to submit to you.
God being if they cannot submit to a God that they cannot see. However, I mean that is
That means God is the center.
Goodness.
He is the center. He's
God
the one
is
directing everything that happens in that relationship. Everything we are doing is glorifying that God.
Aye. Spiritual maturity is important.
Very.
You know, Pasi, I'm trying to imagine someone who is spiritually mature is someone who acknowledges that without God, nothing can happen.
Yeah.
So the moment you have someone who is not spiritually mature, who think, God is not really important. God anaweza pumua. It becomes a problem.
That's a potential heartbreak. Waiting.
Pasi, you've said something and it actually makes sense. Relationships don't end wrongly.
They don't.
They begin wrongly.
Wrongly.
Pasi, hata fundi akianza kushona nguo vibaya.
Aha.
Hauta expect itoke vizuri.
Yeah.
Because how?
Because let's imagine a house. Building a house, unaeka mawe, unaeka mbao. Hivyo. What will happen mchwa ikianza kula mbao?
It will crumble by itself.
It will fall.
By itself.
So it's not the higher you've gone. It's the deeper your foundation is in God. And that begins at a personal level. Do you have a relationship with God? How is your walk with God?
Hey.
All that.
Pastor, so marriage is spiritual.
Very, 100%. I don't want to say 100% spiritual, but it is a very spiritual thing.
It is not something you decide one day and naolewa kesho, guys. Tukutaneni Garden City. Marriage is spiritual. Pasi, you know, you say that and I imagine marriages that end badly.
Yes.
People met and they were all butterflies, feelings. And then they end up, they even get committed and get married.
Yes.
And then it ends in divorce and many things.
Yes.
Pasi, mbona rate ya divorce iko juu? Kwa hii generation yetu. You see, I was talking to my mom.
Yes.
Na watu wa kitambo, you can agree with me.
Yes.
Mtu atakana bwana yake mpaka wazeeke, mpaka mmoja wao amue mimi ndo naenda kukaa na Mungu. But these days that does not happen.
Yes.
People live very fast.
Yeah.
I don't want to say, I want you to talk about people live very fast. What is it?
I think we are in a generation whereby we've taken everything to be so we are so soft. We think marriage is the baby girl treatment and all that. That's good, and that all that will be done.
That is just icing.
That is just icing. But I think many people, the foundation begins wrongly.
God.
Like the only conversations you cannot have conversations every time is what are you eating?
Yes.
You go for dates. How was your day? It was good.
When am I seeing you?
When am I seeing you next? And all that. And you're not having very solid conversations. I think that is where
the tough questions,
you're not asking them. Because I think those tough conversations you have will build you. They will build that tough person.
Yes, they will.
Because in marriage, I can tell you 100%, it is a place whereby if you're not tough, if you've not built that inbuilt system, you can wake up tomorrow and leave that thing.
You wake up and you decide,
and leave it. Because it begins with, what were the conversations you were having? What's your view about marriage? Is it basically about feeling and calling each other good names? Because marriage is work.
Pasi, you have said marriage is work.
It's work. And you have to be intentional. You have to be deliberate every day. You're waking up in the morning. As long as they are not extremes that have gone to certain extremes.
Yes.
You must be deliberate that every day I'm waking up, I must do everything to ensure this thing is working. Everything within my reach. I know we have prayed. Everything within my reach. I must do to ensure this thing. We are not living. If you feel you're tired, well, amba glucose tunaendelea. This thing, we are not dropping it.
Tafuta energy drink, tusonge.
Tusonge. It's not about this thing of, I woke up today. And it calls for the aspect of maturity. Two babies, when they come together, is a mess. Because one of the things people have not understood, marriage, or even when it comes to courtship, it doesn't say a boy and a girl will leave their dormitories in their hostels, and then they come together. It says a man and a woman. So there is the aspect of maturity. So not every girl in a skirt is a wife. Not every man not every man you see in a trouser is a man.
Is a husband.
He's a husband material. Some of them are just boys.
So mtu azikwe unataka kuoa nani? Kitu yote inatembea tu na longi na inapumua.
No. It's not about that. So I
Oh
think
my
the
God.
tough conversations we have, they really build us.
And you know, Pasi, we run. Kwanza me, I'm one of the people sipendi tough conversations. You see how unanipigianga unaanza kuniuliza niko tu like jamani. Si credit ya Pasi iishe. Tough conversations, I think they make me feel like this is an uncomfortable place to be at. But tough conversations actually,
Yeah.
Pasi, when you're talking about, there are things that are called the 4 windows of knowing yourself.
Yes.
There's the known self, unknown self, hidden self, and open self.
Open self.
So the unknown self is what you don't know about me, and I also don't know about me. So the tough conversations help us know the hidden self. Yani kitu inafanyika nikikaa chini mwenyewe kwani nakasirikanga hivyo. That is the hidden unknown self.
Unknown self.
And now the known self is what I know about myself but people don't know.
Yeah.
Unaona zile tabia mbaya na kuanga nazo zenye mimi nikiwa mbele ya watu holier than thou, but in my closet I am a bad person. And now there is the open self. The open self is what people know and what I know.
Yeah.
For example, me ni mtu naimba, that is the open self. And now the hidden self is the thing that I don't know but people know.
Yeah.
Ile kitu wanasemanga ule mse anakuaga mchoyo. Na we ujui because you feel like everything is mine.
Yeah.
I will give you when I want to, but people feel like you should be sharing.
Yeah.
So you know, Pasi, the difficult conversations help us know ourselves even better.
Very.
They know mtu akinikanyaga hivi nakasirikanga aje.
Yeah.
Mtu akinijibu hivi nakasirikanga aje. Pasi, that tells me something.
Yeah.
When after knowing ourselves, then that means you need to work on yourself before committing to someone else.
Working on yourself is very, very much important. I think kitu moja nimerealize why many people are not, why relationships basically, even let's put at hold the issue of marriage. Why relationships are not standing. You see, you expect a perfect person, but you're not that perfect.
Wewe mwenyewe.
You see, you can never demand what you're not. Don't demand the other person to be what you're not. And that calls to the place of self-assessment. At times, go for solo dates alone. Call for yourself for a meeting. I used to do that.
Ask yourself questions.
I used to do that. I'm not going in anybody. I go sit down, eat somewhere that is so quiet, and ask myself, okay, what do I need to change?
That is
why am I here? Yes. Because growth is not imparted.
No, receive growth.
Tinikuekele mkono
upate growth.
Maturity is not imparted. It's something you must be deliberate about. So I used to go for those solo dates alone. Because at times, it's not that other person that muliachana alikuwa mbaya.
Sometimes we are the problem.
Maybe they were not the issue. Maybe you were the issue.
That is true. Hey, that is so
So you
true.
need to ask yourself those hard questions. At times, ask yourself, what do I need to change? How do I talk to people? How do I view people?
You want a kind partner na wewe ndio
You're
the
not.
most arrogant person.
You want this person to give and you're stingy.
You're stingy. Hey. You want them to communicate and you're the one who does not even know how to
communicate. You don't know how to. And that calls to the place of you building yourself. Capacity, growing. What do you need to know about marriage?
Yes.
Whom are you listening to? It cannot be Maina Kingang.
No.
And then you're saying that's your model. We have godly people.
We have godly people who have made it in this area.
Yes, and you can see it. But most of the time, whom are we listening to? Whom are we talking to? What are the conversations we are having with our friends? Yeah.
Pasi, we have talked about growth.
Yeah.
And you know some of these things, we have grown seeing. Mtu amegrow akiona marriage haiwezi work. Kwa nini? Alikuwa anaona venye baba yake anatreat mama yake. Ama venye mama yake alikuwa anajibu tu baba yake. So a lady grows up akijua si wanaume uongeleshwa hivyo, si mimi madhe uongelesha mzae hivyo. And sometimes marriage, how we bring up our children really does something to their mind. Some of these people you can't even blame them. All their life wamegrow wakijua mother ndio provider. Ama wamegrow akijua marriage ni kuvumilia tu. Ama what is it that parents should do when they're having children? Because their children are young today, but in the next 25 years, they'll be living to be someone else's wife, someone else's husband. What is it that parents need to do?
One of the greatest advices I can give to parents is don't just be selfish about the now that you're having, and you kill a destiny that should have gone for 90 years.
My God.
This child will be somebody's mother.
Yes.
Will be somebody's father.
Yes. Probably a pastor, a mother to a
pastor,
300
mother to a 300 congregation. Be careful what you model to them. And it's not much of what you say.
No.
It's much of what they are seeing.
Children hear with their eyes.
Their eyes. My small boy Othniel,
What?
we may be thinking he's not, but right now he's seeing so much.
Yes.
He's seeing so much.
So
He's
much.
not talking, but he's seeing so much. So you should know that these young people, these children, there is so much that they learn from seeing
So
rather
much.
than what you can
What
tell
you can
them.
tell them.
So before you come to the place of telling them, what are they seeing? What are you modeling to them now? You cannot wear a miniskirt and one day expect to tell your child,
Ati toa hiyo ni
toa
fupi
hiyo
sana.
kitu. No, you demonstrated it to them.
And now that is what they grow knowing,
That's
that
what
it
they
is
grow
okay
knowing
to.
at the same time. So be careful. Know that you are the biggest model that they are seeing. Before they go and get another model, they should be proud that my mother is my model.
And do you know, Pasi, you're saying that and I remember, my dad,
Yeah.
yeye, all my life I have grown up knowing Sundays are for church.
Church.
My dad would wake up, mbona toto hajaamka ati asikii vizuri? Ambia huyo mwenda wazimu avae nguo tukutane kanisani. My dad was like, are you sick? Let's go to church. If the Lord cannot heal you there, let's go and see it. Until today, there was a time when I went to campus in Limuru. I used to stay alone. And I never used to come back to church every Sunday. Na huko hakuna mtu ananifuatilia. I can decide on Sunday to go to church or not. But on Sunday, by default, my mind is awake. Najua tu lazima kanisa uende. And I'm like, sasa niko Limuru. I didn't know where Life Church is yet. I'm like, sasa niende kanisa gani? But my mind is just like, you can't stay here. Because tangu utotoni, I have grown seeing and knowing that Sundays are for church. So, Pasi, it is so true. What you're talking about, children see better. They internalize what they see better than what they hear.
Yeah. And again, another thing also to the children, do not dwell so much on the past and what happened.
Talk about that.
I think you have complained for too long that my mother did this, my father did this. You should know you are the next biggest
You are
foundation
the next.
we are looking
You're the
at.
next father and mother.
You're the next father and mother. So you need to sober up. You need to throw off everything. And you need to know that now you've complained for too long. Leave the past alone. It happened. That
You're
is how
blaming
it was.
people and you could be even blaming them and then kama mimi sayati I blame my dad, he's not even alive. You're
Yes.
blaming him. Why?
Yeah. I think many people dwell on the past so much.
So much.
Until the devil has really captured that and he has tormented them not to move forward.
Hey.
Do not be an historian.
Hey.
This is where we
Mhenga na
used-
mhenguzi.
This is how it used to be. No.
This
You
is
should
what
not-
we used to see. This is
No, it's not about that. Now what are you modeling? You cannot dwell there. What are you modeling?
You cannot do
You should design now what my parents never gave me.
I should be
I should be
able.
able to give to my children. I should be able to model this. Because now that generation is past.
It is
You are
past.
bringing up another generation.
Even the Bible says, Pasi, a good father leaves inheritance for the children and the children. And now we are those fathers, those mothers.
Yeah.
So that means that if you're still looking behind at, oh, kuna kitu hawakunifanyia, just remember you're passing it to.
You're passing it to the next generation. Yeah.
My goodness, this one kama kuna mtu akona kitabu sahi imejaa. Kitabu ya 200, but these notes are a lot. Imejaa, kitabu imejaa. And I hope guys you're enjoying the show. Pasi, I want us to talk about something.
Yeah.
Boundaries.
Boundaries.
Male friends, female friends,
Yes.
boundaries. You are someone's fiance, na unahagiwa mpaka wanakuinua juu, wanakuzungusha merry go round. Ni usiku, you're spending time with someone else. Let's talk about boundaries and how these things actually affect relationships, because Pasi, mtu anaweza kuwa like, kwani nini hatujaoana, it's just my fiance, I'll hang out with those guys, those are my friends. You have an issue with your fiance, you tell it to your another bestie. You tell bestie.
Hey.
Boundaries. Boundaries. On that generation, yes, ati mimi sina female friends. I only have male friends because male friends are wana mambo mob. And then male friends are like, mi sina male friends. I just have female friends because... And you have a wife and a husband somewhere. And...
Okay, let's begin from the context of a relationship, then we will jump into the other side.
Okay.
I think one of the things people should really understand so much, relationships and marriages are not just built on prayer. Wisdom is key. One of the greatest rules I made till today from when we were in a relationship, I will never take the numbers of the female friends to my wife. Never. Never.
Never.
I will never do that. My wife is a witness. If I'm lying, she maybe will comment. And
comment
say,
section. Ma'am,
tunakuona. Because what should happen, you should know that other friend, maybe he's been admiring you. So what you
Where is the lie?
That's the fact. You think those friends of yours are not feeling jealous that you have somebody?
Somebody who actually treats you well.
Yes. Now I'm at break you kama kona at break 36. Ako 24 years.
Heartbreaks mingi kuliko miaka yao.
Miaka yao. So that place of it should be so clear from the onset. Because that's a ground you're giving the devil and he can use it.
The devil is waiting for you to create a loophole. Kadogo.
Yeah. Why should you tell your maybe it's at 9 and you're telling your fiancé, by the mean nimeenda kulala. And at 12 you were chatting with your friend. What were you talking about? And you didn't have that time for your fiancé.
Her. You wonder what is the problem.
What's the problem? That's where the issue is. It begins from the onset your relationship. It begins onset there. Have you set those boundaries from there?
Have you set boundaries? And it is personal boundaries, Pastor.
Personal boundaries. The same way to the lady. Don't have numbers of your of male friends. Or maybe let's take of an instance. Labda huyu ni mtu mwenye ako very senior to them.
Yes.
Somebody maybe you can call, maybe when an issue has happened. But people that are peers and you see them together every time, maybe wamekuwa na kumezea.
Hello, uko wapi? Niko na Kevo leo.
Niko na Kevo leo. Kesho niko na Jonte.
Niko Kevo. Niko na Kevo.
The same thing.
Havana.
No. So it should be as clear as that. Those boundaries. Number 2, avoid going to your partner's place. What are you going to do?
Unaweza rudia hiyo. Alafu hiyo upate mzum.
What is the real instance of that? Unaenda kumoshia nguo. Kwani ulifungua laundry services?
Onjula's Laundry and Cleaning Company.
Unaenda kumpikia. Kwani wewe ni caterer siku hizi? Why are you giving your boyfriend? Why are you giving your boyfriend husband privileges and they are not yet your husband? It should be so clear. We cannot. Why should you ask me to pay for you rent? I'm just a comrade like you.
Like you? Tuko tu mahasla kama wewe.
What your father has not done for you, stop demanding your boyfriend to do for you. It should be as clear as that. I think there are things that people don't set right from the onset.
Umlipia school fees.
Alafu after hapo anakuacha.
Si atakuacha.
Kuna watu kwanza ni pesa ya help. Ilikuwa specs. Na ukalipia mtu. Macho yako iko kwa macho ya mtu. I think these things, from the onset of the foundation, if we don't set them right, it blunders everything.
Yes.
Some things you're going to their place, and you know,
Hey,
you will
hey,
blunder,
hey.
you will mess, you will
You
compromise.
yes.
Don't.
This is flesh per se.
Yeah, it is. It's not anointing oil that flows here. I tell people that.
It is the blood, red blood that can get hot at any time.
Yes. And when you touch, it's like going to a crocodile's mouth. Alafu unaanza kufanya
Yeah.
it will bite you.
Bite you or kill you.
And kill you. Because anything you're feeding today will automatically swallow you one day in life.
Jesus.
Anything you're compromising now, sinning, doing all those kinds of things, it will mess you up. So I think
Big
those
time.
boundaries are part of your foundation. Hizo boundaries ni muhimu. They will help you. And again, I think this is something, as a lady, be the one to help your man to maintain purity.
Yes.
My wife was so clear with it.
I actually wanted you to tell us 3 of some boundaries that you and your wife agreed on before you got married.
I think one of the things that was so clear, that we will never compromise, we will never sleep together
Yes.
until we got married. So hata sazi unasikia
It was clear.
umechemuka.
Unasikia haya. Unakumbuka tu wewe.
Unakumbuka. And that calls to you having that partner who is ready and able to help
Yes.
you. And tell you, by the way, we set a covenant with God.
And we have to look at
And we
it
have to
and
look
make
at it.
sure.
So anytime unasikia kumechemuka, unaambia hapana, anakwambia tuliagree.
Tuliagree.
My wife helped me to maintain purity. I am proud of saying that.
God.
She helped me to maintain my purity.
Kama uko karibu na Mimo Korir sahi. Mpe yeye soda kwa bili yangu. Peana soda.
That was the first thing. Number 2, the place of communicating. We were so strategic about it and intentional. Whereby the aspect of, if we are battling through something, another party should never know.
Okay.
That boundary was so clear.
Yes.
Moso watu maybe to go in the same age.
Yes.
Maybe
Peers
those
hapa na
people
pale.
that are helping us and working with us, they are the people to know. But never disclose your weakness to other people. I can tell you from the onset when we married,
Yes.
there are things we've tackled with my wife that our best couple have never known. Even one day.
Even one day.
We are now clicking 3 years in June. So not everything should you disclose. I think that is what makes things go sour.
Yes.
Because unasikia story yenyu.
Mtu unaambia hata labda hata hawapendangi.
Hawapendangi. Unasikia huko nje. You see that if you hear something about what we talked, you wonder, okay.
It was between us, so.
Yeah. Number 3, we said we will never give one another privilege of husband and wife before we get married. Don't go and cook. This person already knows how your food tastes.
Too early. It's too early.
You've already exposed everything. You've given the honey before the moon.
Before the moon. What?
Those are some of the boundaries we basically.
And look at you now.
Yeah.
Pasi, you have talked about something. People who are older than you.
Yeah.
That brings in the aspect of mentors.
Mentorship.
Right now, Pasi, watu wanataka kudate chini ya maji. Yani, you don't want to have someone that you told, Pasi, I'm actually seeing this guy and these are our plans. Kwanza Pasi mi naonaga, ukiwa na partner mwenye unamwambia, now this is serious, and then you tell them, let's find someone to work with us, anaanza kukuambia, iyo ni red flag.
Red flag, kimbia.
Red carpet, red curtain is...
Yes. Morife run for your life.
Morife run. Because I'm trying to imagine, if we are working on something serious, then we have to have people who went ahead of us who will see it through. Talk to us about the importance of a mentor in relationships, marriage, dating, all that.
Umeongea kufichwa, wewe sio tabia mbaya ufichwa.
Mi sifichwi kama nini, moshi
Kama ni
zi.
drug, ndo unafichwa. Wewe sio bangi.
Mi si bangi.
Fichwa.
Hata kama si kuambia everyone, having someone, people who will sit you down na waambie, hii mnadu ni ufala. Hii mnadu is not right. What is the importance of a mentor?
Mentorship. Mentorship, one, modeling is so key. Modeling in matters of pattern. Can you see their lives?
Yes.
And want to or desire and say, one day, I trust God that I will have my marriage like this. Mentorship gives you pattern, the aspect of pattern. Because everything is basically built according to a pattern.
Yes.
So if you've seen their marriage work, you can strongly stand and say, I want
Kama
to.
hiyo.
Kama hiyo. Kama sio
Nipeeni
mustaki.
kama hiyo.
The aspect of modeling. Number two, there's the aspect of even the aspect of being taught and tutored. Teaching is so key, and because you will need people who can rebuke you, people who can tell you this. So the aspect number one of blueprint or the pattern. Number two, the aspect of you need an instructor.
Yes,
you need a teacher. You need somebody who's gone through those hurdles and they can tell you, by the way, I went through this. I was about to fall in this pit. So don't go through this place. A mentor will basically hold your hand without judging you.
Without judging you.
Yes. They will have those open talks with you. And that's why I advocate, if you're really serious and you're working towards somewhere,
Yes.
have people who are working with you.
Have people who are working with you.
People can tell you, by the way, Jula, what you're doing is not right.
It's not
Stop
right.
that thing. Stop going to that place.
Yes.
Stop doing this. You need that one person.
Who will tell you,
No, I'm not. Like personally, me, if I see you doing something wrong, I normally tell you that on set there. Sio kuficha.
Apo.
Why? Because those people are concerned with where you're going.
Yes.
So they don't want you to mess your 20 years because of a relationship that you're in that is not going anywhere.
That is not going anywhere.
Yeah. So I think those are some of the few things about mentorship.
Pasi, have you ever been in a long distance relationship?
No.
Do they even work? Do you think those relationships work? I see people, my boyfriend has gone to the US, he'll be there for 4 years. I'm like, did you say 4? Do you think they work?
To some extent, to the few friends I have,
Yes.
I've seen them work.
Okay.
Yes, I have friends. Some of them are abroad.
Hey, okay.
And they are working. But I must say, basically in the Bible, we don't have anything like a long distance relationship or that. But basically, the Bible would give you principles that you can put in to ensure that this relationship is working. Number one, you must be very intentional about it. How faithful are you? How integral are you? Even when it comes to matters of you being with your partner.
Yes.
Because they are not watching you while you're there.
No.
But are you faithful? The aspect of faithfulness. And that draws back to you knowing yourself. I believe if somebody knows themselves, what they want, where they are going, I believe it's possible. It can work.
It is.
It can work. But it calls for a lot of intentionality.
Double intentionality.
Yes. How many calls are you making in a day? Are you talking to them through video calls? Are you calling them? Are you speaking to them? Are you texting? Yes. Are you talking out your heart to them? Is it the first person, your partner, that knows what you're doing, what you're going through? I think that is what has really...
Hiyo ni intentionality ingine daily.
It calls for a lot of intentionality. It's work.
Pasid, is there a right time for marriage?
Okay.
Is there a right time? Is there a right age? Ati sasa, kila mtu ukifika hii mwaka, it is now the right age for marriage.
Okay, I would advocate this. This is my personal standpoint.
Okay.
It may not be finality to everybody because people are different. A lady getting married earlier than 25, I wouldn't advocate it. Why? The aspect of maturity. This person has not, there are certain areas they've not come to.
They've not figured
maturity.
out.
They've not figured out certain areas. Because unaimagine mtu amemaliza shule na kitu ka 18 to 20, ameanza kujidiscover, ako kampo, nini. Unaona wako within that
area.
age. So I believe somebody that a lady at least be past there. Be past 25-ish. At least 25-ish.
Yes.
For a man, for a man also the same, to some extent there, because men tend to, kabla hujafika at least hapo 25 also, kuna aspect ya maturity yenye haijakuingia. Bado. Kuna kitu tu.
Okay, that is
so the aspect of when it comes to, is there a right time? I believe this. When the right time comes, even you within you, you will know.
Yes.
You will know this is the season. I think me, when it came, everything are totally synchronized.
Yes.
Mentally, I knew. Emotionally, I knew.
Very
Physically, I
ready.
knew. Spiritually, I knew that this is the time.
Yes.
But before asking that question of when is the right time, it goes back to purpose.
Goes back to purpose.
Man was in purpose before the wife came.
Yes. They found them.
Purpose. It goes back there.
Pasi, what are the daily habits that couples now who are married, now that you have been married for almost 3 years
3
now?
years, yeah.
Sorry, what are the daily habits that you and Mom Mimo engage in that keeps the two of you connected?
I think one, cook together.
Oh, okay. Dear God.
I think the longer the days when you used to say men cannot enter the kitchen.
I hear you. I hear you.
I think that aspect of, you may not be there all the time to go into the kitchen,
course.
but that moment you can get together, it gels you like crazy.
Yes.
Cook together.
Cook together.
Like me, there are moments my wife has gotten from work. She's so tired. I hold the baby. It's not her thing. We are together in this. I feed the baby.
Together is the key word.
Yes, I bathe the baby. She must not be the one doing it all the time. I do it. Maybe I've come from what I'm doing. I've gotten to
home and you've rested.
And I've rested. I'm there. Me, I play with my boy like another thing. I bathe him. I ensure I'm there to, is there something we need? So that aspect of cooking together, the aspect of being intentional, going to bed together, it's okay. I know we can be very busy, also us who are in ministry, but that moment you get, maybe ametoka job jioni, we meet over a cup of tea, not at home, in just like a restaurant.
My God.
Yes, we take a cup of tea and then we go home. I just tell her once.
Wale watu wa marriage is boring. Are we here? Are we together?
Yeah, that aspect of going out together. Like us, we've made intentional. Every month, once we meet for this date, we set the next date that we are meeting. Yes, now the major that when we are going, what we are going to do, we set the next major.
Yes.
But these others, they are impromptu. At times, she's come from work, and I tell her, where are you? Okay, can we meet in this place? Do those impromptu things. They gel you.
They gel people together.
They are so amazing. The other thing, never tell anyone else what you've not told your partner. Let her or him be the first person. Are you going through me, I'm so vulnerable with my wife. There are moments I feel like crying, I hug her, and I cry.
And you cry. What?
I'm so vulnerable to her. Because if I don't do that to her, I will want to go and seek a shoulder to lean on.
Of course.
On somebody else.
Of course.
So that is very key. And we talk about anything.
Everything.
At any time, everything. If you're bored about something, you just tell her, me, I'm bored by the Yeah, those are some of the things.
So she's literally your best friend.
That's it.
What is the funniest advice you've had about marriage? What is the funniest advice? Unasikianga tu hiyo unacheka kabisa, you're like, this can't be true. What is the funniest advice you've had about marriage?
Okay.
Or that one myth or misconception that is there about marriage that is very fun. It is out of this world. It is not true.
I think one of the things that really makes me every time I'm thinking, one of the myths about marriage, I'm trying, it's coming. The aspect of, inakuja inapotea. Wacha tuende kwa the next
question. The next question, Pasi, is
that one will flash.
Is it okay for couples to disagree?
Yeah, very important. Disagreement
it's not
is
just
key.
Okay, very important.
Very, very, because I believe there are certain things if you never disagree, it's not everything that you should be every time. Yes, munaongea ndio. Ndio baba. I believe those disagreements, there is a ways in our gel. There's a ways in our strength. there is always in our letter together. There is something about when disagreements come that leave you more better than the way you are.
Yes.
I think out of every challenge I've encountered with my wife, we've been made to be so stronger. I think there is no challenge that has ever left us the same.
The same, glory.
We've always come out more stronger. Yeah, the myth has now come.
Let's hear it.
Yeah, I think there's this aspect of people believing that their wives should support them, and it's like their wives are not having anything that is in them. Like, as a man, the woman should be there to support your vision and all that.
And that is all
she's got to do. That's a lie. There is something that is in them that you should also push them. And this is an advice I give to men every time. You should understand that as the woman grows, it's you growing. When she's in the limelight and she's blossoming, your crown is shining. They are saying Mrs. So.
Yes.
So it is your name. So never be intimidated. I feel like that is one of the greatest deceptions that I see. Like the only thing the woman should do should be to support the man, and that's it. No. That woman has something that God has put in them. I think through pushing my wife, I think I become more stronger daily. I'm never intimidated.
Yes,
I want to see her shine. I want to see her go to places.
We see that Pasi, you let Mam Korir do the meetings and you're always there. Na kwa hizo meetings si hata ni wewe unahubiri. Wewe unakamigi umechill. Waya anafanya kila kitu mhubiri anahubiri and you leave.
It helps them to thrive. Now I can go and she's handling the church.
Perfectly. And you don't have to keep calling.
Me I can travel and do my other meetings. But she's there taking care of the church. I'm confident. Yes. They have something in them. Push it. Let them grow. Let them become. Let them blossom. It's you blossoming.
Let them do what they can do.
Yes. Me, I normally tell her, even when she'll be flying to nations, I'll drop her to the airport. I'll be there to pick her. I don't need to go.
Oh my.
I'll be there to pick her.
Mungu
I'll be
there to drop her. Mungu kama hii. Really.
It's not Afro cinema. This is how we live with my wife.
Pasina, we talked about things. Let's talk about 3 things that couples should not do. Completely. 3 things.
3 things that couples should not
Let's talk about couples who are dating, then they're married.
Okay. Let's begin with those who are dating. Things that they should not do. Number 1, never walk in compromise.
Never walk in compromise.
Never. Sexual sin, all that. You are beginning on a wrong foothold. Sin is dangerous.
Dilutes the anointing.
It kills. It actually, sinning, or what sexual sin does, it turns your voice in the spirit into a whisper. It drains you.
It drains you.
Totally. So never begin on that foothold.
Of
compromise. Do not compromise at all. The second thing that you should never do.
Yes.
As you are growing, never seek for a perfect partner.
No.
Be there to grow and build each other.
Yes.
I believe many people are looking for people that are not there.
Made. People who are perfectly made.
No. It is work. Work on them. Let them work on you. So never look for a perfect partner. Never. Work towards building her. Work towards building him. The third thing that partners should also never do, I think do not put so much pressure on your relationship. And this is the context that I want to put it. There are many people that are putting very hard demands. Like, you don't want to enjoy that moment.
Yeah.
So you miss growing and knowing one another because of marriage. I think kuna watu walimiss hiyo session ya kujuana because akili yao ilikuwa towards, hey, by the way, tunaoana.
Mi nataka tu tuoane.
It's not about that. My wife used to tell me, I used to love this. She used to say every time, let's enjoy the moment.
Yes.
We are not yet married. Let's enjoy wacha tujuane. Let's enjoy this moment.
Yes.
Those are the three things I think I can say.
And that is perfect, Percy.
Yeah.
I think even as we finish, this is your camera.
Yeah.
I'd like you to talk to your wife for a minute or two. I got you. I want you to talk to your wife. And then you're going to advise anyone. Advise and even pray for people who are praying God for relationships, praying God for hoping for marriage, and maybe they're hopeless, maybe they've been through a lot of heartbreaks, maybe in their family watu hawajaolewa, you know how, so they are actually afraid that am I the next one who my marriage won't work because everyone in our family. So talk to your wife for a minute, advise somebody and pray for them, and then we will close the show.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow, that's amazing. So this is so amazing. Babe, thank you. I think you are, it's something I can say beyond doubt that the day I found you, I found favor from God. You've been the biggest pillar in my life. You've been there to support me. You've been there. You've been my crazy mate, my laugh mate, my crying mate. Those moments we've joked together, laughed together, cried together, gone for dates together. But I want you to know that you are the best gift. If other 1,000 women are put in front of me, I'll choose you over and over again. I think the day I found you, things changed in my life, in my ministry, and I'm enjoying doing life with you, with baby Othniel, with the many babies we will get. I love you so much. You are the best. And I can't wait to see what God is doing in you. Daily, I am amazed at the woman you are becoming. And you can never be less. With me, with God being on your side, and with me being there, we are just blossoming, shining. So I love you so much. God, I love you so, so much. Yani roho ikifunguliwa, Mungu anajua nakupenda. So to people who've been disappointed, this is my hope for you. All is not lost. You can still begin from somewhere. You can still grow. And never be afraid to fall in love again. Take more time to love one another. So I know you're telling me, Percy, how is it going to be? Yes, it's going to be. You just need to choose. You just need to be deliberate. It's going to work. Not all people who are coming are your exes. So overcome the past, come to where we are, and let's go forward to where God wants us to go. Marriages work. Marriages are possible. It's not, forget this thing people tell you that marriage is a fallacy, is all what. Marriages do work. I am a testament of that. And my prayer for you, even as I conclude, let us just speak this prayer to you. Father, I thank you for your children. Lord, it is in your design. You tell us in your word that none shall lack a mate. I pray for them in the name of Jesus. Anyone that has not located their mate, I pray in Jesus' name, you will do by divine coincidence for them to meet. And I declare anyone that is in a wrong relationship, for the sake of destiny, for the sake of where they